Is blogging dead? Does anyone read blogs anymore? Can you still make money with a blog in 2023? If you are thinking about starting a blog or you are currently struggling to gain traction with your current blog, then these questions have likely crossed your mind, right? I have been blogging for over 8 years now. And every year I take what I have observed and learned over the past year, and I give you my updated, honest answers to these questions so that you can know once and for all if blogging is still worth it. So let's get started. So, is blogging dead? Will blogs die in 2023? The quick answer is no. Blogging definitely isn't dead. But, and this is a big but, blogging without a clear, effective strategy in 2023 definitely is dead. Anyone can start a blog in 2023. It's not hard to get started. But getting people to actually find and read your blog posts in 2023 is going to be much harder than it used to be. So gone are the days of that build it and they will come, right? Just hitting publish on a blog post in 2023 it's not going to get you many or honestly even one person to read it outside of your family or friends. So first, before doing anything else, you need to get very clear on what your intention is for starting a blog. If you just want to have a personal blog and you have no intentions of making money online, then go for it. You can do whatever you want with it. Just keep in mind that if you want people out in the world to read it, besides your mom or your best friend, you will need some type of traffic strategy in place to get people to your site. Now, if your goal is to make an income online, even if it's not right now, but sometime in the future, and a blog is part of your strategy, then definitely keep watching and hit the subscribe button too, because you absolutely need to hear what I'm telling you today if you really do want any chance of being successful with this. In 2023 and beyond, if you want to make money with a blog, you 100% need to approach your blog as a business, which means having a blogging strategy in place and a plan for how you are going to monetize the free content that you are putting out there into the world. So a lot of bloggers create a blog in hopes of making money, but what often happens is that they put hours and hours into creating free content and end up with nothing to show for it. And this is because they do not understand that blogging has changed so significantly over the years, okay? So every successful business really has to adapt to the changes, whether it's brick and mortar or online. And if you want a profitable blogging business, you're going to have to adapt to changes too. And this means that you will need to keep up to date with what is working right now and what does not work anymore if you want to start a blog that makes money. So let's really dive in and discuss things that are absolutely dead in 2023 and what you should be doing instead when it comes to blogging. The first thing that is 100% dead in 2023 is thinking that the act of blogging is what directly makes you money. Back in the early days of blogging, and I'm talking years ago, there was a lot less blogging competition. So getting traffic to your site was a ton easier. And putting display ads on your site and things like affiliate links here and there was a really good strategy to earn you a full-time income with a blog. You put out a blog post and then you had the ability to get very high volumes of traffic coming to your site on a daily basis, which would then lead to numerous clicks on ads and affiliate links, which would then result in money in your pocket. But in 2023, putting out free content week after week after week with affiliate links or display ads alone may make you a bit of money here and there, but unless you are getting 40 to 50,000 plus page views a month, which is really difficult to do nowadays, you are not going to make much money simply by writing and publishing blog posts. That's just the truth. Of course, there's always exceptions to the rule, but I've worked with many students in my courses and many private coaching clients, and I can tell you this is very rarely the case. Be wary of anyone telling you otherwise, okay? In 2023, you need to understand that blogging in and of itself is not a profitable business model. But what blogging does do is it attracts your ideal reader to you. They can find your free content, but it's what happens from there that determines your profits. So hit the like button if this is making sense. I'm going to explain this a little bit more. Okay, so now that you understand that blogging is a great way to attract your ideal reader to you, it makes sense that the next thing that is dead with blogging in 2023 is blogging without knowing who your ideal reader is and what their biggest pain point or problem is that they need help solving. So again, back in the day, you could set up your blog, you could document your daily adventures, your struggles, basically whatever you felt like sharing, and it was more about you. If you were entertaining enough, you could easily grow a following of devoted fans. But this type of blogging is officially dead in 2023 because for years now, there's been a much more easier and more popular way to be entertained, which we all know is social media. And the insane growth of social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook and YouTube and TikTok over the years has completely 100% squashed the appeal of personal blogs. People can now quickly and very conveniently be entertained on social media platforms they're part of our daily life now, right? So no one, and I mean no one, is going to a blog to get the latest updates on your life. And I know this is like, I'm being a little tough, but this isn't to say you can't have a personal blog for your own enjoyment. But if you want to make money, creating a blog about your own life and experiences, it's not going to bring traffic to your site or put that money in your pocket. And again, if you want to make money with your blog cannot be about you. And I know that sounds harsh, but people are still trying to create a business by blogging solely about themselves and their personal journey. And this does not work anymore. People now visit blogs for knowledge. They visit blogs to help them solve problems and to educate themselves further. So yes, you want to share your story on your site and weave that into some of your content, but your main content has to be about what your ideal reader wants, which also ties into the third thing that is dead with blogging in 2023. And that is blogging about anything and everything via a lifestyle blog. So lifestyle blogs they're highly unlikely to work for new bloggers who want to make an income online. Your blog needs to be a resource for a specific group of people looking for specific information if you want to gain a following. Yes, you may see lifestyle blogs that are up and being really successful, but those blogs were probably started years and years and years ago before the blogging got much more saturated and much more competitive. So this means that before you start creating any content, you need to be very clear on who your ideal reader is, what do they specifically need help with, and what are they searching for. So for example, if your ideal reader is moms who are struggling with losing weight after having a baby, you have to put yourself in their shoes. Where are they searching for information on this subject? They're likely using search engines like Google, Pinterest, or YouTube, right? And then you have to think, well, what keywords are they typing in? So let's put ourselves in the place of a mom. Let's imagine a mom types in how to lose baby weight after a pregnancy, and she finds 2 different blog posts discussing these things that she likes from 2 different bloggers. So blog 1 has a few blog posts about losing the baby weight, but it's mixed in with blog posts about home decor, kids crafts, and raising teens. Now, blog number 2 focuses specifically on moms of babies and toddlers who are struggling to lose that stubborn baby weight, but they have no idea where to start or really how to fit it in to the season of life that they're currently in with very young children. Where every blog post on this blog speaks to the mom's struggles. Which of the following blogs do you think this mom would be more likely to come back to in the future to provide her email address to for a freebie related to her struggle and to eventually purchase a digital product or course or service from down the line? Can you see how blog number 2 is a better fit? It really speaks directly to this person and only to this person. It immediately identifies her pain point and establishes that connection. And this makes it seem like the blogger understands them. Now, since this site only has one focus instead of many different random focuses, it immediately positions that blogger as a higher authority on the subject of losing the baby weight. Hit the like button if that makes sense. Now, I want to give you a few crazy stats to consider to help this kind of really sink in. According to an Internet Live Stats 2022 study, there are over 600 million blogs out of 1.9 billion websites in the world. And more than 3 billion blog posts are published each year worldwide. That's 8.28 million blog posts published per day and 5,750 blog posts published each minute. Yeah, these stats are clear evidence that if you want to stand out and be successful, you will need to pick a niche and really understand your ideal reader. This means if you are passionate and knowledgeable on a subject like parenting and you want to start a blog on this topic, you are going to need to get a lot more specific than just raising kids, okay? So you have to think, okay, if I want to do parenting, do I want to focus on breastfeeding for new moms or raising children with ADHD? Or maybe if you're a single parent parenting or homeschooling on a budget, okay? We need to niche it down. And after choosing a topic, the next step is to really do market research to make sure that there's a demand for your specific niche. And then if there is, the next step after that is actually reaching out to your ideal reader and doing more market research to understand what your ideal reader really needs and wants. And I know this can be a little uncomfortable, but it's part of the process. And this involves reaching out to people you may know who fall into your ideal reader category, joining Facebook groups where your ideal reader is hanging out, seeing the types of questions they're asking, doing a poll to get to really see what their biggest pain points are, even doing quick 15-minute Zoom calls to learn more about what your ideal reader needs help with. And if this all seems overwhelming and you need some help getting organized with this, make sure to check out my blog to business planner. There is a link in the show notes below for this. This will really help provide the focus and the strategy you need to begin building your business the right way. All right, the next thing in 2023 that is dead with blogging is not beginning with the end in mind when starting your blog. So most people do this completely the wrong way. They start by creating content and then they eventually try to figure out what outcome their ideal reader is looking for and then cram it in to some digital product, course, or service months or years later. This is completely backwards. And it's where a lot of people go wrong. So you have to think, what's the point of blogging week after week without an offer? That's not a business. That's just working for free. So the right way to create a blogging business is to start with the end in mind. What, again, it comes back to your ideal reader. What is the outcome your ideal reader is looking for? And how can you close the gap from where they are to where they want to be? And I'm not just talking about like the vehicle that will get them there, whether it's through a course or coaching or a digital product. I'm just talking about what is the actual outcome they want. What's the end transformation that they are searching for? And There's a lot of strategy that goes into this that I don't have time to get into in this video. I do have it in some of my courses. I'll put the links below, but you need to understand that your content and your freebie should be connected to your ideal reader and get them one step closer to their desired outcome. Now, this leads into the fifth thing that is dead with blogging, and that is blogging with no way to reach your audience after they leave your site. So here's a scary fact for you. 75% of your blog visitors will never, ever return. So if you do not have a way to keep in touch with your reader after they consume your free content and then leave your site, it's going to be really, really hard, if not impossible, to build that know, like, and trust relationship with them and help them solve their problem down the line. So the best way to keep in touch with your ideal reader in 2023 is still via email and building an email list. So with this, you need to offer an incentive for your reader to stay connected with you. And the best way to do this is by providing a free gift, also known as a freebie of some type, that will give your reader a quick win in exchange for their email address. And one thing that I still see people doing that makes me cringe is just having a little box on their site that says, sign up for my newsletter. Do not do this. This strategy died way back in the beginning days of blogging. Think of yourself, right? No one wants another newsletter. People's inboxes these days, they're just flooded with emails, and people are so much more selective about who they give their email address to, right? You will need to have an attractive offer that gets your reader one step closer to their desired outcome for them to want to hand over their email address to you. So you have to think strategically. A freebie can be in the form of a cheat sheet, a checklist, a workbook, a small ebook, a printable, anything like that. And it can be easily made in something like a free program like Canva. This should give your reader a quick win and be fairly simple for you to create. You don't want to spend a ton of time on this. If you want my own freebie of 20 high converting freebie ideas, that's really meta, to help you explode your email list growth, check out the show notes below to access that freebie about freebies for free. If you do not have an email service provider set up to collect email addresses, I highly recommend ConvertKit. ConvertKit it's the best email marketing provider in my opinion. It's who I have used. I've used and loved them for over 6 years now. And they also have a free plan if you just want to dip your toes in. There are some things you can do. It's a little bit limited, but if you're just starting out, check out the free plan and go from there. I'll put a link in the description below if you want to check that out as well. To learn more about why you need an email list and how to build one for free, check out my email playlist in the show notes below. I also have information about my ConvertKit workshop and an ebook on how to add 100 email subscribers to your list in 30 days. So there's lots of good stuff in those show notes below. Make sure to check all this out after the video is over. Okay, are you still with me? You're doing great. I know I'm throwing a ton at you, but hang in there. This is going to help you so much moving forward. So number 6, when it comes to what is dead with blogging, it's not incorporating video and or audio content on your blog. And I know, I get it. A lot of people don't want to hear this, but video is not going away in 2023. Many people struggle with being seen. I'm an introvert, so I get it. But if you want to be successful and profitable in 2023 and beyond, you have to get on camera, especially if you are the face of your brand. When you're first starting out, it's okay. I know you're juggling a lot. It's okay to just start with a blog, but within a few months, you should start incorporating other forms of content on your blog to stay really competitive and relevant and profitable. In 2023 and beyond, people are consuming information in many, many different ways, right? Some will still sit and read blog posts exclusively, but more and more people are choosing to learn through video, audio, or really all three mediums, right? Think of yourself and how you consume content. You're watching video right now. Video and even audio allows your audience to develop that know, like, and trust relationship with you much, much more quickly. And this familiarity and trust is really essential to build your audience before they will want to spend any money with you. Now, this does not mean that you need to create new content for each medium by any means. Like, no. You can repurpose a blog post and make it into a video or YouTube shorts. Break up the content and use it for several TikTok videos. Create audio clips or podcast episodes. Pick one platform though and get really good at it. Like, don't be on all the different platforms, okay? Pick one. And if you're better at speaking than writing, a tip, you can record your video or audio first and transcribe it for free with something like otter.ai and make it into a blog post. There's so many different options. And another thing to keep in mind when it comes to blogging is you really want to focus, it's not on quantity anymore, it's quality. In the early years of blogging, there was a lot less competition. So really, it was like the more you posted, the more traffic and visibility you received, the more ad and affiliate clicks you got, right? But this is no longer the case. It is so much better to create high quality, more in-depth blog posts consistently with maybe that accompanying video or audio, rather than to put out like a bunch of shorter, less impactful blog posts more frequently. Now, that's just for blogging. I mean, I know it's different on like TikTok and things like that, but we're talking blogging exclusively. Now, I teach my students to begin by adding pillar content to their blogs. And pillar content, known as evergreen or cornerstone content, is just really in-depth, very informative content that has a long lifespan, that it's not going to go away. It's going to be relevant for years to come. And it greatly serves your audience and yourself indefinitely. So when you focus on these types of blog posts and pair them with a video, you will begin to gain that traction. So since adding video to my in-depth blog posts, my reach and income has increased dramatically. People can get the sense of my personality via videos like this, and they can get a better sense of kind of what my teaching style is like. I'm kind of just laid back, not too serious. And they can get an idea of that before deciding to invest in my website, blogging templates, and courses or private coaching with me. If you want more help creating pillar blog posts and you don't want to start from scratch, check out my digital blog post templates in the show notes to help you write those blog posts faster and easier with a click of a button. All right, if you are still with me, you have gotten a lot of information. So let's do a quick recap. Is blogging dead in 2023? Can a blog actually still be profitable in 2023 and beyond? So again, blogging definitely isn't dead. It is very much alive if you follow the right strategies and get rid of the ones that are no longer serving you. And yes, you can absolutely still make an incredible income online with blogging as a part of your strategy, if you treat it like the business that it is and do it the right way. Now, if you are ready to start or grow your blog and online business, make sure that you are checking out all the free resources as well as the ways that I can help you grow smarter, more strategically, and ultimately much faster. Check out all that in the show notes below. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching today. If you like this video, please like it or leave me a comment in the comment section telling me your biggest takeaway. That's it for today, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.